Hello and welcome. Why do I hear a buzzing? Oh, that's why. There we go. Hello and welcome to Percentage Chance. Okay, good. We do actually have sound there. Open this up over here. Install later. Clock off tablet. We're busy. Open Twitch. Make sure we are in fact on just a chatting for the night. Thank you. Please, are we in fact? Yes, we are. Good. Hello. And welcome to Let's Put on Some Music before this gets way too dry. Are we bothering to do it? Yeah, there we are. Good. I kind of want to play some Death Stranding tracks, but I don't want to get this thing obliterated. I guess I could be careful about which ones I pick. Right? Like, What should I grab? What's safe? None of them are particularly safe, to be honest. Funny enough, the real version of To the Wilder got both the quote unquote finale and the extra finale, the penultimate one, banned in Russia, but I'm not particularly worried about Russia, where according to my analytics, a strong 0% of my clicks come from. Oh man, I feel like I would have to overflow this stream with too many. Hi, I love you too. But we do actually need some vibes in here. I love you too. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. What can I throw? What can I pop out? Let's just do fucking pick something. God damn it. You know what? You know what I'll do for the time being, at least. I'll pick this. I think this is safe. There we go. Hello. Welcome to this kitty being adorable and also just waking up. And also having goober in his face that he needs to be cleaned of. So, let's talk. After 24 consecutive days, which was a lot more than I anticipated, we are in fact done Death Stranding 2. So what's next? Decent amount. I mean, the monthly check-in is supposed to be, you know, monthly. So it's supposed to be towards the beginning of the month. And I was like, let's finish Death Stranding first. Yeah, let's do that, says Brain. I'm sure that'll go great. So, I had a blast. I understand it was probably like, listen, that playthrough's like a podcast to an extent, I imagine. You know, like you gotta be with it. But also, I would not change a minute of that for the world, and I had to do it the way I did it, both for fear of spoilers, which unfortunately some still got to me because it's impossible. For fuck's sakes, this morning, I would argue I got a bigger spoiler for Donkey Kong Bonanza than I ever got for Death Stranding 2, which is crazy. I was Googling how the two-player mode worked, and I saw a certain character's face. I won't say, but I got very mad because I was like, that would have been one of the biggest pops I had all year on camera. And you just took that from me. Genuinely, I would have lost my fucking mind if I didn't know it was happening. And now I know it's happening. And instead, I'll still probably lose my mind, but not nearly to the same effect. Because I'll be too busy bitching about it. And that sucks. But anyways, you know, it is what it is. Again, I was just Googling what the two-player mode even was. And there was a certain face. Anyway. You're so sweet, you know that? So yeah, let's talk about what we're doing in a post Death Stranding 2 world. For those that didn't catch the last few sessions. Oh, really? Yeah, 1 second. I will actually take a quick second to turn that on. Log in with Twitch. It's Twitch closed captions. Log in with Twitch. Turn that shit on and go back to where I was, and we're good. Okay. Okay, we're good. So yeah, if you didn't watch the last weeks of Death Stranding, the last week or so of Death Stranding, the two big things, of course, that arrived on my desk after some real fun shenanigans in terms of getting my hands on them. Uh, so of course, number one, there was some concerns about actually getting my hands on this, admittedly, mainly due to the second thing. But we are in fact not only doing this, we're doing it tomorrow. Also, I don't want to promise anything just yet, but as of right now, we intend to have a special guest for a bit. Not for the whole playthrough, just for a bit. You might be able to guess who it is. She's been around a lot lately, mainly for Nintendo-based stuff. I'm not promising that right now. We'll see what happens. But hey, that seems likely. And they're going to stay until they want to tap out. Because they do want to play this as well. They also care about spoilers. So they're only going to stick around to the point that they're comfortable with. Now, the reason that getting that was complicated was because I finally found a real, actual, legitimate... Oh my god, Microsoft, did you limit my microphone again? I hate you so much. I know it's not you, Phil, but I will get you for this. I'm pausing this. No, sorry, don't pause it. Just fix it. Let the music play. God damn it. You make me fucking go live and then have to figure this shit out after the fact. Fucking Christ, Microsoft. I hate you so much, Windows 11. Come on. Move faster. More sound settings. Volume mixer. No, not... God damn it. Why do you hide stupid menus under... Why do you hide menu options under other menu options and not put them where they're supposed to be? Why would you obfuscate everything about your OS? You fucking monsters. Okay, I found it. Recording tab. Stream output, please. Sound, please, dear God. No, I'm not. Fucking Spotify ads. Jesus Christ. God, I did not miss having to deal with that. Thanks to Death Stranding having its own in-game music player. I'll tell you that much. Let's minimize that for a minute. Fucking Christ. Okay. Give me mic in levels. Yep, of course it's down at fucking half volume again, even though I didn't fucking tell you you could do that, you stupid piece of shit. Oh my god, I hate you so much, Microsoft. You're the worst. Fucking randomly changing my goddamn microphone. You don't get to do that. I even have wavelength lock on, so that's not supposed to be able to happen. But of course, Microsoft has their own bullshit. I'm gonna turn off wavelength lock. No, I'm gonna turn it on. There. Hopefully that fixes it. Fucking for good. Anyway, Jesus Christ, I hate you so much, Microsoft. You're the worst. Anyway. I don't know how much I can get away with playing those tracks, so I'm gonna play what I know is safe. Are you gonna give me my regular sound back? There we go. Anyway. There. Now my full voice is back, and I wonder if I was getting drowned out by the music before, which sucks. I'm sorry about that. Don't blame me. Blame fucking Microsoft. Anyway, as I was saying, we have a copy of Bananza ready to go. Now now you should be hearing me much better. We'll be potentially having a special guest tomorrow. But the reason that ended up being a little uncertain was because after many months of trying to find a copy and also the funds, I needed desperately to find a copy of this game that you're about to see in a second. I don't know why I'm hiding it. Like you can't read the title. It's right here. Anyway. Yeah, Expedition 33 is also going to happen soon. Soonish. We'll see. Probably after Donkey Kong. So basically, YouTube is not receiving enough bitrate. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you fucking talking about? It's clearly fine. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna refresh it. It's gonna be fucking fine. Watch this shit. Watch. It's gonna be like now. Oh yeah, it's totally fine. I don't know. Why would you even think something's wrong? Excellent connection. God damn it. I knew it. Hate you so much. Anyway, come here, bud. You can come back. It's okay. Come here. Come here. Come here. It's okay. Anyway. So yeah, so my concern for a bit was getting a copy of Expedition 33 that was oh, by the way, I did actually talk to Does It Play. The game is actually on the disc and it's fine. There are updates that make it run better, but like no need to worry. The game is all on the disc, so the physical copy isn't a paperweight, so that's good. But yeah, so like I finally found a copy via VGP. First time I've ever ordered from them. They got it here within like a day and a half, even though it said 2.5 between 2 to 8 days of shipping. So that's good. Like it got to me like right away. Very pleased. Already installed. Very, very, very pleased. The game is apparently a big goatee. People that I trust very hard tell me that it's like the undisputed goatee. So we'll see. But I'm also seeing people say that about this. Everybody's goatee all day these days. We'll see which of these actually works better. Admittedly, a 40. So this game's apparently like 20 hours, which is thank God, because I need something a little shorter. That being said, apparently it's 20 to 50 on completion, and let's not kid ourselves. I'm probably gonna try and do everything, especially if it's as good as it is. Here's a fun fact: I love Donkey Kong way more than I like Mario. Way more. You'll notice my preferred main in Mario Kart, you might have noticed, was Yankee Kang. I love him. I love this big guy. I'm very pumped to get into this tomorrow. But yeah, so I found a copy. It was the night before Donkey Kong. I found a copy of Expedition 33, and I just kind of had to go for it and deal with it. And it was free. It was scary because it's like, oh no, no Donkey Kong. A family member came in and helped smooth things out, so I was able to get both. So that worked out. But it was pretty devastating for a minute there. But hey, you do what you do for your art and your channel and your work and all that good stuff. Hi. I'm actually gonna lower the music just a little bit. Spotify's been muted this whole time. Well, that's awkward. How did it get muted? Damn, that means when BB's theme was playing, you didn't even hear it. Oh, fucking awful. I've never muted the Spotify tab. Why would it get muted? How did that happen? Huh. How did that happen? I've never seen that happen. Weird. Okay, well, anyway, I'm going to go back and put BB's theme on then. Apparently, I can get away with that. Jesus. That's awkward. That's really awkward, actually. Wow. We've been talking to silence this whole time. I'm so sorry. I thought we had background music this whole time. Jesus. What a fucking mess this is already. Who would be here? Go do something else. No, I'm kidding. Please stay. Anyway, let's try this again. Instead of me just dryly talking. Oh, that's so awkward. How did Spotify get muted? Anyway. So yeah, the money was there for Expedition 33, but not for Donkey Kong as well. Thankfully, family came in, helped out. So, you know, monetary funds aside, we made it work. I'm very excited to give both of these a shot. I do intend to get to this one pretty soon, but of course, given that it's not even that it's hot right now. I do genuinely love Donkey Kong so much. I genuinely love this bastard. He's the best. He is probably my favorite Nintendo character, and always has been. I love Donkey Kong 64, obviously. Well, okay, love is a strange thing to say about a game that's so deeply flawed that I can recognize as an adult, right? But also, that game is funny. But like... obviously, I have a fondness for that game to a certain extent. I would be willing to bet more than half of my titles for those streams for Bananza will be a lyric from the DK rap. As a matter of fact, I can tell you right now, I've already written up the link for session 1 tomorrow. And it is in fact a lyric. I can tell you what the first one is. It's "You Know Him Well." I kind of want to put a little more in there. I might do "He's Finally Back" to kick some tail. But that's where I'm sitting right now. Yeah. I have a deep fascination with this monkey, and he has been gone for 25 years. I know there's been 2D games. I played some of them. I didn't play Returns or Tropical Freeze, admittedly, but I do love Donkey Kong. I really do. So this is kind of a big one for me. In ways that I was underselling to myself for a few months there. I was like, oh, cool, new Donkey Kong game. But I think I'm actually ready to get jazzed about this more than I think I am. I love you too. He's such a good boy. He's such a good boy. Oh, thank you. He's such a good kitty. Look at this. This is why I need to be able to see the Spotify thing at all times. Anyway, whatever. You know what? Let me just... I don't need to see the alert box thing. Just go ahead and hide that. Cool, now it's smaller. Now the whole box is smaller. Anyway, there we go. So yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza starts tomorrow. That's the big announcement. And Expedition 33 will start at some point. I'm actually not sure yet. It could end up as another marathon. Donkey Kong might also end up as another marathon. We'll see, to be honest. Like, these are big projects. At the same time, we did enough daily marathons that, like, RGG Fridays can come back now. I do actually want to, and to be honest, part of me thought today I would do a quick RGG Fridays, belated RGG Fridays stream. Didn't end up happening. Admittedly, it'll probably be a little easier when I have the Switch 2 plugged in more full time, so like quickly make extra progress on Bananza and on Zero rather. So RGG Fridays will come back now. Admittedly, putting extra time away from it makes sense to me. Just because, like, I can wring that cloth of Zero out a little bit longer. The longer I can stretch Zero at this point, frankly, the better. Director's cut with the dub, because I don't know when Kiwami Director's Cut's coming. When that dub is coming, so yeah, I gotta make this shit work. Now, that unfortunately takes us to, while I am excited about RGG Fridays coming back, Yakuza 0, we'll probably wait until this Friday, to be fair. Unless Donkey Kong takes my fancy too hard, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I will say, yeah, that RGG Fridays is going to be back in full force. I'll commit to it this Friday, it's okay. I can do it. But yeah, Donkey Kong should be tomorrow. Now, a couple people may be wondering about Kingdom Hearts 2 for one. It's closer than ever, I'll say that. Admittedly, I do have 2 big games on my desk, one of which is apparently going to swallow me, which is Expedition. And I'm very excited about Insurance.
We think it's time you got rewarded for staying organized.
I think it's time you got rewarded for shutting the fuck up, Spotify. God, that must have made when I started talking about that ad earlier even more confusing. Like, what? Where's bro going with this? What's he doing? What's he doing about this? Oh dear Lord. Okay, give me a shuffle, please, dear God. Shuffle the Persona soundtrack. Not that one right now. That looks good, but yeah, do that. Sure, why not? Everything I've heard about Expedition 33 sounds like it's gonna be my shit. I'm very excited to see where we go with that. I mean, also, to be fair, it's a very French game, which is not a thing we get very often, funny enough. Despite the fact that I live in a country that is a goddamn French publisher in Ubisoft. But also, Ubisoft is not the company it once was. Although, everything I've been told about the development of this game, like, there should have been a Ubisoft logo down here. And there could have been if they had stopped fucking around. It's what people keep telling me. I'm very pumped to get that game. I'm very pumped for that game to just blow me away. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And maybe emotional. Who knows? We'll see. You want to talk about cold? I actually know nothing about this thing. Other than the bare essential premise. But then again, the other night, I tried to explain the bare premise to someone in the office downstairs. And I couldn't. Because I realized, oh, maybe I don't know the plot of this as well as I thought I did. Which honestly is a good thing. I can discover it in real time. But Kingdom Hearts 2 is, again, listen, that game is like, what? It's like a 20, 30 hour game. No, my runs tend to be closer to 60, to be fair. Especially because they'll be completionist runs. We'll be doing all the bosses on critical, so won't quite that clean. I do need to make sure that I'm like able to do it in a reasonable time frame and that it's on the schedule, it doesn't get left behind kind of thing. So that's sort of the thing, right? Is I love that game, but the last thing I want is for that game to be not given all the time and the flowers it deserves, you know? This lighting is making me a little extra pale right now. 1 second. There you go. That seems better. How about the warm one? Give me that white balance. Like, come on. Yeah, a little bit of that Mars tone. Yeah, this was the Doom. This was the Doom lighting, for the record. Is the white balancing on? 1 second. It is. Okay. Just making sure. Oh, man. Goofy shit. Admittedly, I would have liked to do this update stream a little earlier in the day. It didn't quite work out that way, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 is definitely on the... Listen, it's one of my favorite series. You don't have to worry about me not doing it or getting bored by it or anything like that. But I do gotta do it right. God, if they announce 3 or 4 is like on the horizon, I'm gonna have to start fucking motoring. I'm realizing that too. Anyway. Also, in the near-ish future, potentially around the 13th of August, I may be taking a few days vacation. Not just from the channel, from being here. The exact details are currently unclear, but I could be dipping out for a few days. As a result, I will be attempting to record some things in advance. Most likely an hour-and-a-half sessions. Hour-and-a-half sessions of whatever I want. We'll see. And then those will go up on their own time as pre-recorded broadcasts. After that, we'll see what happens. I want to make sure that I have a good spread of things. Again, Kingdom Hearts 2, these are things I want to start. I will also say the Stalker trilogy is now on my radar as a thing I would like to actively start pretty soon. Simply because Stalker 2 finally got a release date for PS5. And the Stalker trilogy that they ported to all other platforms last year, I picked it up then when it came out because I'd always been curious about those games. I really love the Metro games, and those are like the spiritual successors kind of thing. And so I've had those on my console for a while, And now that Stalker 2 is actually properly announced and coming and has a release date and all that stuff, now I feel like it's time to actually go through some of those. Those games, to my understanding, altogether, those are like 20 hours a piece. So that's like a 60-hour thing if we're talking all of them. Actually, no, sorry. I think they're closer to 30 each. So it's maybe more like 100 between all three. We'll see. I'm maybe thinking of Donkey Kong, actually. So yeah, that's another thing on my radar. I have officially ordered the mod mic for VR streaming. I know it says that would be the next stream goal. Ignore that. That was written before, and I can't change it after I started. Although no one's put anything in it yet. We went through the entirety of Death Stranding 2, and no one donated to the Metal Gear, to the Kojima-related goal, which was kind of my thought process that made sense. Not that anyone needs to. Just saying. It's fine. I get it. I understand. People have lives. This is my job. This is my primary source of income, but, you know, it is what it is. No one has to donate anything they don't want to. A buck is fine. A buck is a lot, especially if it's not a Canadian buck, then it's like gold. But still, no one needs to do anything they don't have to. Yeah? Uh-huh. I love you too. Notice how I'm sitting still. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah. I love you too. So yeah, the Stalker games are also on my list. Shut the fuck up. Bro, I closed Spotify so fucking fast. God, I could use premium. Only I could afford it. Anyway. Trying to think what else we have on the immediate horizon. As far as other things on the plate, I'm looking forward to getting, oh, right. I also want to do an Astrobot revisit in the near future. That's a short enough game, but they added 10 levels to it since I last touched it. Last stream we did for Astrobot was the, was still on the old recording setup. It was the Christmas one. No, sorry, yeah, no, it was the Christmas one after the speedrun levels. No, the speedrun levels were in January. The Christmas thing was after that. They've added 10 levels since I last touched it, and I haven't seen them. And I was going to do another Astrobot stream to just do those levels, but it occurred to me the Astrobot playthrough I did was on the old recording setup. So I'd kind of prefer to do a percentage chance proper run of Astrobot. I think that'd be funner. I think that'd be more fun. I think we should do that. So yeah, I think that'll be the right choice. So I'm going to do another Astrobot playthrough at some point in the near future. Just for funsies. Just to revisit it. I think that would be fun. I think that game's excellent, and I want to replay it. And I feel like I should have by now. And there's tons of new bots and new stuff that I would love to see. So let's just go do it. Let's go do it. Why not? There is an elephant in the room I'm waiting to address. I feel like I'm going to address it last, which is Raidou. Because I haven't mentioned it yet, and that should be alarming to some people, perhaps. So here's the thing, right? Astrobot. No, that's all right. We're not talking about Astrobot now. Oh, another project that's on my horizon, other than, you know, doing some VR stuff, because VR stuff can be thrown in here and there, and I think it'll be fun to add into the rotation. That being said, I do need a VR co-host. VR does need a co-host to a certain extent, especially now that it's through OBS, because if something goes wrong with the stream and I don't know OBS is breaking, that can be very bad. We could lose a lot of footage if there's no human being there to tell me, hey, by the way, things are breaking. I'm like, oh, you know, like, so that's important for VR streams. There has to be sort of a secondary person around. But hey, it is what it is. Also, Hex is totally cool to come around the stream at any time she wants. We had Hex as a guest a few weeks back on a rival stream, / one of the Devil May Cry streams. That was great to have her around, and I'm excited to have her come back. She's the closest thing I have to a co-host in many ways. Has been for many years, and I'm happy to have her join in any capacity she wants. Because she's very good at it. She's very good at the whole process of like being a. She understands exactly what the flow of these things is and how to keep a conversation rolling in a way that is just we play off each other so well. So that's great. And may also have another one that's going to be on the table as well. We'll see how that goes. Love that song, but not right now. That'll do. So yeah, as far as that goes, that's sorry. Another plan that I have that I want to do badly. Well, we'll also do Silent Hill 2 remake again before F comes out. I'm intent on doing that for sure. I would like to do, and I think we'll find out the release date in about 1 to 2 weeks, is my understanding of things right now. Chronos: The New Dawn is the next game from the Silent Hill 2 remake devs. See, it all comes back. It is inspired heavily by Dead Space. For those that have been around a while, you might know I love Dead Space. I deeply adore Dead Space. Hi, bud. Come here. Don't show everyone your butthole. So I deeply love Dead Space. And I kind of wanted to do... I haven't decided what I'll call it yet. I need to come up with a name and a logo. But, like, I want to have sort of a space horror trilogy kind of thing. And I wanted to do it in a silly way. At least as far as the first 2 entries. I love you. So what I was thinking is I want to do, because Lord knows I need to actually get some goddamn use out of this game that I bought for $80 goddamn years ago at this point. I'm gonna do another run of the Callisto Protocol, which some people may remember the play. Yeah. Some people might remember the playthroughs I did of both of those games with Caitlin before. This would be solo this time for sure. But what are you doing? I love you too. So yeah, what I would essentially want to do is I want to do Callisto Protocol, which was the sort of supposed inheritor of Dead Space. At a certain point in time, it seemed like a shoo-in that Callisto Protocol was going to be the real game and that Dead Space Remake was going to be the one that bombed. Look how that turned out. Financially, it appears to. Or, well, I mean, really, it didn't. It did really good for what it was, just not Call of Duty numbers, so EA shit-canned it again. Because they're morons. And I thought it would be fun to do a sort of, let's roll through the Callisto Protocol, 1 chapter at a time, and then swap to Dead Space Remake for a chapter every time. I thought that would be fun to fully compare. A sort of stop and swap style playthrough of these 2 games would be incredible, I think. I think that would be goofy and silly, but not only that, I think it would inform our playthrough of Chronos: The New Dawn. Because that way, listen, if we can look at a failed Dead Space clone, or like a properly failed one, and that game has failed, that game is fucking bad, by the way, and the actual Dead Space remake, and appreciate the Dead Space remake for how great it is, even if EA is morons and is a bunch of morons and they're not going to do Dead Space 2, unless coping really hard, they shipped it off to a different studio that isn't Motive, which is totally possible. In fact, it's most likely how things in the industry work these days. And then we can properly compare if Chronos: The New Dawn fails on the merits of being a sort of Dead Space inspired game. At the same time, it should also be its own thing, but which is why I don't want to like call it like the Dead Space remake insert blank set of playthroughs, all right? I want it to be a space horror trilogy, right? Which of course is the Callisto Protocol, Dead Space Remake, and Chronos: The New Dawn. I think that's a fun triplicate. I would have to put them relatively close to each other to make it work. But like, I think it would be very exciting to do it that way. I think that would be fun. I don't know. To be fair, I don't necessarily think that I would be doing Chronos the New Dawn as a third thing where I'd also trade off between chapters. We would still do that as a singular run, right? But the first two, I think we would do simultaneously because I think that's goofy and silly and fun. Flopping and swapping between them sounds like a ton of fun to me. I think that would be joyous in also kind of miserable way. So yeah, the sort of space horror trilogy, oh god, is the thing that I'm really passionate about and I want to do at some point. And once we learn the release date for Chronos, I'll be more interested in properly putting some things together and like scoping that out. I kind of hope that game is January. They keep saying that it's going to be this year, but like, bro, it's July. You need to announce that release date. Most of the games that are coming out in the fall at this point have release dates. You can't do that.
Searching for top-tier care in Niagara?
No, I'm not. I'm not. Shut up. Hi. So yeah, I really do want to take advantage of all of that. I hate those ads, man. They completely throw off my game. I really want to, once we get the release date for that, I do want to properly plan that and make it work. What are you doing? With that, is there anything else I'm forgetting? Oh, another thing I would like to do at some point is, I'm planning, listen, the children yearn to draft. And also, I just played Death Stranding 2, which currently has taken my GOTY spot from Blueprints. But also, there is more to the Blueprints journey that we have not done. Even though we finished all the real content, sort of, I never did Curse mode or Dare mode. And the further we get, the more I want to do those at some point. I actually really want to do Curse mode and Dare mode. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Based on what I know about those modes. Those sound insane. And I really want to give that a shot. So I would like, despite the fact that I spent 144 hours on camera in Blueprints and beyond, I would like to try to do, just for funsies, even though it's not about, because to be fair, this wouldn't be solving mysteries this time. It would be just getting through it, right? Getting through with requirements, right? But I do want to, I do kind of want to do some drafting with higher stakes. Does that make sense? I want to see what that looks like. So yeah, that would be very fun to me. Rival streams will pop up occasionally as well. In fact, part of me thinks I might just do a little bit of Rivals tonight. Like I might grab X and just see if she wants to. I kind of doubt it, but like, I might just real quick. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, so we might do some Rivals tonight after this stream. Again, I want to keep the channel update stream tight. The elephant in the room, hidden behind the cat, is Raidou Kuzunoha right now. And now here's the thing about Raidou. I think I need you to understand. I need to walk you through some things with Raidou real quick. That game is great. I really like it. I love SMT. I love Atlas. I love Persona. I love Atlas. I love SMT. So me liking that game is just like, it's the thing that was always going to happen. I wanted to play that game again. I explained my perspective on the channel a little bit as far as how Raidou was. There's a reason why I left this to last, because it's a hard conversation. But Raidou is in a really complicated spot right now. So here's the thing. I never want to play something on the channel I'm not overwhelmingly passionate about doing at that moment, right? Look at what I just did for Death Stranding. Every minute of that was a joy. I already yearn to deliver more packages. I want to deliver more packages, but I have to let it go. I have to let it go. It's been 184 hours. I have to let it go. There are other things to move on to. One day I'll probably play that game on camera again. We'll probably do it even more completely. But like, bro, when Raidou was announced, I saw the release date and it's right before Death Stranding. I'm not gonna be able to play it. And my assumption was I was gonna pick it up and not play it anytime soon. And that I would play it at some point and I'd be happy about playing it. And I was excited to do so because I was always excited to play Raidou. But then at some point I noticed, oh, Raidou's actually a week before Death Stranding 2. And I went, awesome. I'll have something to play in the week before Death Stranding 2 to make the final wait easier. And I can bang Raidou out in a week. Because it's a nice short Atlas RPG. I could bang it out. And so we did the first 3 chapters, and based on the length of those streams I did, I thought, oh, cool. We did like, we're on episode 3, and I'm like, oh man, we did so much. And I'm like, man, based on the way the games felt paced at that point by the runtime estimations I'd been told about, I was like, oh, okay, cool. There must be like 5 or 6 episodes. So we're like halfway done or something like that, right? What are you doing? And I'm thinking, yeah, oh, man, we can bang this shit out. Awesome. As I was going into the 3rd episode and leaving that 4th stream of Raidou we did, again, I was promised a relatively short Atlas game, so I was like, okay, cool. This is a problem. I need to stop listening to people. There are 12 episodes in that game, not like 5 or 6. I was making assumptions, admittedly. There's a lot more to Raidou. And now I'm realizing... I mean, originally my plan was to play Death Stranding 2 and Raidou at the same time, right? And unfortunately, because of the nature of the spoilers, I opted to do Raidou later. And I went, okay, well, when Death Stranding 2 is done, we'll do Raidou. I didn't think that... Firstly, I didn't think Donkey Kong would be out yet. I didn't think that would be a 24-day marathon. Even with everything that we did do. Like, woof. So that took a lot longer than I thought it would. Even with me being generous-ish, right? And, like, I don't want to sit here and cancel it, and I'm currently not going to. But there is a part of me that thinks I don't want to undercut that game by being less passionate about it than I want to be on camera, right? And I feel like it would be smarter to cancel the playthrough for Raidou and just do another one that starts from scratch at release / launch for whenever Raidou 2 is coming, right? And that hurts because I am liking the game a lot. Admittedly, one thing that hurt it is that the part we left at is a maze that I felt to be kind of bad. But admittedly, I looked up a guide the other day to like, okay, what actually is the deal with this maze? It's actually nowhere near as bad as it looks. It looks bad. It's not as bad as it looks. I thought it was like 6 unique dungeon areas, and I was like, I don't want to do that. That sounds awful right now. That sounds not good based on the way it's laid out. And like, man, it would have been nice. It really would have been nice to just fucking plow through it. I don't know. I ultimately had 2 choices the other day. I can either accept that, like, I need to power through Raidou like crazy, but that could amount to forcing myself through it. Or I can accept that a certain somebody is begging me to start monkeying about, and that even once I'm done that, something that I've been trying to get my hands on for months has now arrived at a real price, and like, unfortunately, it just feels really hard to convince myself right now to go touch Raidou. So I don't know right now. I don't know. My thought process was I was going to do a Raidou stream today to feel things out and see where it was, like kind of get a sense of where I'm at, you know? See if it grabs me again, and if it did, I'm like, you know what, fuck it. If it does grab me and I am having fun again, then I'll be like, okay, cool. Then we will do Raidou until it's done. I'll do another marathon thing until Raidou's done. Just cram through it, you know, that kind of thing. But I kind of can't convince myself to. Like, there's two juggernaut supposed goatees sitting on my desk with me right now, and it's hard to convince myself to play Raidou right now. Like I can't convince myself to do it, and that makes me sad because I put a lot of anticipation into that playthrough. I wish that I had had the foresight to understand that like Death Stranding would take over the channel to the degree that it did, and to accept you shouldn't start it if you're
legendary with CAA
no. To understand that I should not start Raidou until the timing is right. Because I'd been saying to myself and on camera for months, you will not be able to start Raidou anytime soon. There's too much shit going on. Like, I said that out loud to myself. I said that on camera a bunch of times. And I opted to do it anyway to kill time until Death Stranding. But my heart wasn't in it. And I did Raidou a disservice by starting it when I did. I thought I could bang it out and go through it faster, but there's quite a bit left. To my understanding, if you really rush at it, it's like a 20-hour game. Like if you just gun main story, it's like 20 hours, right? And if that's the case, maybe we could blow through it. I don't know, but I don't want to blow through it. I do want to take my time. I do want to get all the demons. I do want to do all the stuff I would normally want to do in an SMT game. You don't have to worry. I love SMT. I'll get back to it eventually. But it's more likely going to be a restarted thing. Like, I might unlist those streams. I'm not sure yet. But I also feel like I might not unlist them. I don't know. I ultimately need to decide. There could come a point in the summer where these are both done. There could come a point in the summer where these are both done. And it's like, well, now what? And the problem is... the now what could be, now let's do Astrobot, or now let's do Stalker, or let's do Kingdom Hearts. You see what I mean? Like, I have a bit of a domino here. And like, I'm glad to own Raidou now. I'm glad it's on the shelf, but I can't convince myself to play it right now. There's no passion. And the problem is, please don't construe this as Raidou isn't very good and I don't like it. Raidou is very good and I like it a lot. But it's further down the list right now, you know? It's a little button mashy, and don't get me wrong, I love Kingdom Hearts. I'm up for button mashy, right? But there's a lot on my plate right now, you know? I have 2 fucking gourmet meals sitting right here. How can I convince myself to jump to a remaster of a PS2 game right now? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I would rather focus on Raidou when 2 is coming along. Most likely when there's like a fire under my ass. Yeah, now's the time for Raidou, you know what I mean? Like, rather than, you know, try to snort it when I'm not there mentally, you know? And that makes me sad. I don't want to sit here and do that. I want to commit to a game that I'm playing on camera that I like. But I've also always been fair that if I'm not going to sit here and play something just because I think it's the right choice for the channel, I'm going to play something because it's what I want to play. And it's because I want to have vibe out with and have a great time with you guys on. But if I am not feeling something, I'm not going to swallow it on camera. I'm not going to just chew it down. I'm not going to snort it out. If I'm going to play something, it has to be something I'm passionate about. And I am passionate about that specific game, just not at this specific point in time. And that makes me sad. Because I really do want to play more Raidou, and I think that game's very cool. We may end up getting back to it. I may put a session in here and there. I may do a pre-record. I may even do that maze section that I don't think is very good as a pre-recorded thing, right? To sort of keep moving it along. I may pre-record a bunch of Raidou for those days that I'm gone, for example, because that's something that isn't a priority on the channel, you know what I mean? I could leave it as an off-camera thing. I could leave it as a pre-recorded thing, you know what I mean? Just play it when I'm feeling it, and then just do that sort of thing as an option as well, right? I might do that. I might keep Raidou in the rotation, but as a pre-recorded thing for the foreseeable future. That way it doesn't completely fall out of my mental space. But also, if I try to do that and it doesn't work out, then I don't know. So yeah, that is the unfortunate position of Raidou on the channel right now. It is hard for me to convince myself to play it when I have multiple bangers sitting right here. Slash on the docket. And lots of ideas and cool things I want to try out. And I'm not going to sit here and swallow something that, even something that I'm passionate about, if the timing, if it's not what my heart's in, you know? If I'm going to do something, I shouldn't be chugging it down because I have to or should. I should be doing it because I want to. And anybody that cares about hanging around with me will be able to tell if my heart's not in it. You know what I mean? If someone's heart isn't in it, then you're not going to have a good time watching it either. And I would rather, for a game that I do like a lot, be giving it 110%. So, you know, unfortunately, that's just sort of how things are. We will see what happens. I may keep it around in the rotation as we will jump into it in a pre-recorded fashion every now and then. But broadly speaking, I think Raidou is going to be a wait and see. It's not officially canceled right now. But there may come a time where I have to just face the music and accept that it's been too long, and I'd be better off starting it again in a few years, kind of thing. So, you know. Anyway, that is the situation with Raidou. Bananza, Donkey Kong Bananza starts tomorrow. That could be a daily thing. Mostly anyway. I have a suspicion it's the one I'm going to want to stick with. Expedition 33 will likely follow. Again, I mentioned a good number of projects that are on my mind and things I want to cover on the channel, things like that. In general, I feel... Oh, I'll probably also do... Listen, Fantastic Four is out this week. I've actually been watching the old ones because I want to be able to compare to the new movie. I love the Fantastic Four. I'm sure that's become clear over the channel at some points during certain rival sessions. I'll probably be messing with those rival skins, which are probably gonna get. I realized I had a lot of extra PlayStation Stars points left over, so I just cashed in a bunch of like $15 like the fucking the prepaid things. I cashed in the rewards points for wallet money on the PSN, so I punched in a good chunk of credit stuff for rivals, so I'm set for a bit. So I think it'll be enough to get whatever costume bundle they have for all four of them. I think it'll be enough. So that's awesome. I cannot wait to talk about the movie. I will probably do a little spoiler cast. I don't know. I didn't do a Superman spoiler cast, but like, I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably talk a little bit about the movie though, because I love the FF so dearly, and I'm so pumped for this Thursday. And yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll probably do a little rival stream afterwards to celebrate, because I am excited. So yeah, I think that's where we're gonna leave this particular update stream. Part of me would like to just keep this particular stream going to just like, and we'll do some Rivals dailies now, but like, I actually think if this thing's over an hour, the average person isn't going to be excited to watch it. They'll think, oh no, he's going to talk for that long. Meanwhile, it's like, no, it's actually like 4 hours of Rivals afterwards, but no one that hasn't clicked it is going to know that. So, hey. Probably better just leave it as a nice, concise VOD. I'm also planning to make a channel trailer pretty soon now that we have the Stream Deck. I want to actually put something together that properly gives people a sense of what... Shut up! I got a little intense on that one, I'm not gonna lie. I got pretty intense on that, actually. I got a little tilted there, I'm not gonna lie. I was doing my outro! Shut the fuck up! I say as if the Spotify ad has feelings. It does. I'll manifest its feelings so I can hurt them. But yeah, Belly. But yeah, so I want to make sure that we have. Okay, no rivals with X. That's cool. Just figured I'd check. But I still might do some rivals tonight for funsies. So yeah. So Raidou is in a weird position. I am excited to start Donkey Kong Bonanza tomorrow. It should be around between. I'm thinking. I have to wait until someone's off work, so it'll be like 4 or 5-ish. We'll see what happens. And then I'm gonna go all day on that, but like, my guess is gonna be there for a little bit, not the whole stream. Again, they'll tap out when they feel good on what they've seen, you know? But yeah, so I want to make sure that we keep this pretty concise, like a bit under an hour. So yeah, that's where Percentage Chance is at right now. Thank you everybody that's been tuning in. If you see this stream a little late, that's fine. Check it out on your own time. I already need to go into the Twitch VOD publisher thing and make it so that it accepts VODs again. Death Stranding forced the channel to turn off auto publishing over on Twitch. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, Death Stranding 2 is done. For the record, once again, it was fucking incredible. I loved every minute. It was fantastic. I'm very pleased with it. Some of the structural stuff at the very end was a little weird, but like, I think I said everything I needed to say in that final stream. Not the last plot one, the final one. An absolutely incredible journey. I wouldn't trade any part of it for the world. I thought it was worth every minute of the wait, and I do think it overtook the original for me, which was my favorite Kojima game by a mile. It's a deeply important game to me. The first one and now the second one. And I think the second one's a dramatic upgrade because there isn't an entire third of its plot that just doesn't work like the first game. Amelie. Everything with Amelie is the worst. This game doesn't have an Amelie in it, so it just works, so it's fine. The math works out in its favor. Anyway, I don't really have a ton beyond all that. I don't think. If I remember anything else, I'm sure we can do another update stream at some point. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning into this Percentage Chance update. I'm very happy to have talked to everybody like this. Admittedly, no one showed up live. I also understand that because, hey, I ended up doing this at a weird time. That was not my intention. It is what it is. Thank you very much for checking out Percentage Chance's broadcast update. Admittedly, this is more going to function as a VOD, I think, because no one really showed up, which is fine. I get it. Weird time of night for an update thing. I get it. But I will see y'all tomorrow when the leader of the bunch, you know him well, he's finally back to kick some tail, shows up. I didn't mean to do the whole lyric for a bit. I was like so close to breaking into the whole song. Anyway, like I said, thank you very much for checking out Percentage Chance for the day. I am fully intending to go apeshit tomorrow for Bananza. Apeshit Bananza. I'm just saying words. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully you can look forward to some of the projects coming up on the channel in the near future. Thank you for tuning in to Percentage Chance. Anybody that wants to support the channel, you know where the donation box is by now, I hope. Only if you can. Thank you very much. Have a good day and or night. And I will see you soon enough when we get to some of these projects. See you soon. Oh, and I might still come back for a rival stream tonight. I don't know yet. We'll see.